Hi folks, welcome back for more Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. Let's go pay a visit to dear father and see what he thinks. Oh, I better actually get the rest of my party up here, huh? Let's go pay a visit to dear father and see what he thinks about his daughter being back. Ooh, nice. That it? That's it. Darn. It didn't take that long, Stin. It really didn't.
You did it! You freed her! Thank you so much!
Oh, you're
Yes,
welcome.
we are both so very grateful.
Are you sure you're alright, Butterfly?
Of course I am, Father.
The phrase to activate Shale is Doolan Han. If you still want that bloody thing. I wouldn't if I were you.
We should leave, Father.
Yes, of course. Thank you again. We owe you our lives.
That's what you get for trying to extort me. Will these people ever learn? Probably not. Oh well. Off to get the golem. Why, hello there, golem. Doolan Harn. The sound kind of cut out there. Wonder what happened.
I knew that the day would come when someone would find the control rod. And not even a mage this time. Probably stumbled across the rod by accident, I suppose. Typical.
You could be more thankful, you know.
It thinks I should be thankful. Well, of course it does. Why would it not? I stood here in this spot and watched the wretched little villagers scurry around me for, oh, I have no idea how long. Many, many years.
Then one wonders that you wouldn't be grateful to the one who allowed you to stretch your legs, Gollum.
Another mage, I see. Charming. I was just beginning to get used to the quiet, too. Tell me, are all the villagers dead?
I take it that wouldn't concern you?
Familiarity breeds contempt, as they say, and after 30 years as a captive audience, I was as familiar with these villagers as one could possibly be. Not that I wish their fate on them, no. But it did make for a delightful change of pace.
I'll bet.
Well, go on then. Out with it. What is its command?
You'll follow my commands, will you?
Shouldn't I? My last master certainly enjoyed waving that rod about. Gollum, fetch me that chair. Do be a good Gollum and squash that insipid bandit. And let's not forget, Gollum, pick me up. I tire of walking. It does have the control rod, doesn't it? I am awake, so it must.
It certainly does. Right in its hand.
I see the control rod, yet I feel... Go on, order me to do something.
I don't like where this is going.
Then order me to stop, or go away, or just order me. Please.
Then be silent.
And, nothing. I feel nothing. I feel no compulsion to carry out its command. I suppose this means the rod is broken?
Can it be fixed?
I don't know. I thought the rod simply was. It certainly worked well enough to reanimate me. I suppose if I can't be commanded, this means I have free will, yes? It is simply, what should I do? I have no memories beyond watching this village for so long. I have no purpose. I find myself at a bit of a loss. What about it? It must have awoken me for some reason, no? What did it intend to do with me?
I can think of many uses for a personal golem.
May I ask what sorts of things it gets up to for which I could be so potentially useful?
Killing darkspawn primarily.
The Darkspawn are an evil that must be destroyed, it's true. Though not as evil as the birds. Damnable feathered fiends. I suppose I have two options, do I not? Go with it or go elsewhere? I do not even know what lies beyond this village.
And how do I know you can be trusted?
I have no idea. How does it trust anything else without a control rod?
My other friends aren't made of stone.
Fair enough. Then I promise not to sit on it accidentally or without sufficient provocation. Good enough?
Are you going to keep calling me it?
Yes, very likely.
You're welcome to come with me.
I will follow it about then. For now. I am called Shale, by the way.
Shale? Is that supposed to be a joke?
Not like standing frozen for 30 years while pelted with bird feces. Now that is a joke.
Now, keep this group. I do believe we're done in this little village of nothingness. Time to move on. But before we do, we need to head back to camp. So our next stop is going to be in Redcliffe. So we need to talk to Alistair about this. Find out exactly why we should be heading there. Or at least get more detail if he'll give
What
it.
do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
So you said this Arl Eamon raised you.
Did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact.
Really? That must have been tough for them.
Well, they were flying dogs, you see. Surprisingly strict parents, too. And devout Andrastians to boot.
Uh-huh. Raised by flying devout dogs. I see.
Or did I dream all of that? Funny the dreams you'll have when you sleep on a cold, hard ground, isn't it?
I'm going to hit you. Very soon now.
You would do violence upon me? I am shocked and dismayed. The dogs would never threaten me like this, you know. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Eamon wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
He wasn't your father, so you know who is?
I know who I was told was my father. He died even before my mother did, anyhow. It isn't important. Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Alistair, resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Yeah, that sounds like a bunch of whining.
I suppose you're right. I wasn't raised as the Arl's son, though, if you're picturing that. I slept in hay, out in the stables, not on silk sheets. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's.
I don't care.
I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered.
I don't care.
Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn.
Good God, man, you're still talking.
And blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
Shut up. Okay, anyway, and you think the Arl will help us?
I think so, yes. This news we've heard about him being sick disturbs me, though. I wonder if we won't discover that Loghain has come to the same conclusion as we have. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Yada, yada, yada. Talk, talk, talk. I don't care. I was just wanting to know if you'd help, but now you... Jeez. I don't want your backstory. Well, anyway, going to go shopping here for a second, so I will pause and be right back. Okay, shopping out of the way. It's now time to head to a very nearby Redcliffe. And just because,
Yes.
I think we'll leave Stin away and have Alistair come with us since he knows the place. Maybe he'll know something worth knowing. I doubt it, but hey. Always a long shot.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
More talking, what a surprise. Let me guess. You're an idiot.
Yes, that's right. I stopped you to tell you that I'm an idiot. Whew! Thank the maker you know already. Now I can stop worrying I'll be found out.
It wasn't exactly a secret.
Oh ho ho. I'm trying to be serious here. Just listen. I told you before how Arl Eamon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in. The reason he did that was because, well, because he pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care. But she...
That sounded a little odd, didn't it? Doesn't that make you the heir to the throne?
Maker's breath, I hope not. I don't think so. You don't think so, do you? I'm a bastard. And nobody even knows about me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible.
Whining, whining, whining,
I'm sorry.
whining. I can't believe you were so stupid.
Look, I said I'm sorry. I know I should have said something. It's never brought me anything but problems. I wish it weren't even true. At any rate, that's it. That's what I had to tell you. I thought you should know about it.
Are you sure you're not hiding anything else?
Besides my unholy love of fine cheeses and a minor obsession with my hair, no, that's it. Just the prince thing.
Why tell me then? What do I need to know?
Because it will probably come up. I didn't want to walk into Redcliffe without you knowing the truth. That would be just awkward. I have no illusions about my status, however. It's always been made very clear that I'm a commoner, and now a Grey Warden, and in no way in line for the throne. And that's fine by me. No, if there's an heir to be found, it's Earl Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very
Dude.
popular with the people.
Don't.
Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard, oh no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
And what does that make me?
Some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens. Welcome to the club.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm already regretting not taking Sten, aren't I? Yes, I am. Well, anyway, next time, Redcliffe. But for now, see everyone later. Take care, folks.